and Kazakhstan.
Assylzhan, SERIKBAY.
He's scheduled for 6 threes in the 57-kilogram featherweight division, and making his way to the boxing ring is Assylzhan SERIKBAY, making his professional debut in the longer format. This decorated amateur, 2022 National Championship bronze medalist at featherweight, and earlier this year, just last month, he took box sky gold at the multi-nations tournament in Hungary at 57 kilos.
Приглашается в золотой угол из Таджикистана.
So into the arena is Akmal UBAIDOV, 23 years of age, from right here in Dushanbe, Tajikistan. Brings to the ring a perfect record of 5 fights, 5 wins, all of them coming inside the distance in the professional ranks. His last fight was in October of last year, right here in Dushanbe, on the previous IBA Champions Night event.
Ему 22 года, рост его составляет 169 сантиметров.
Вес 56 килограмм и 900 граммов. Сегодня он дебютирует. Но, друзья, поверьте, в любительском рекорде у него более 150 боев. И также все они одержаны практически все победами. Встречайте, друзья, он призер чемпионата Республики Казахстан 22 года, призер спартакиады Республики Казахстан 23 года, а также чемпион международного турнира Баксай Истван, Венгрия 2024, степным орлом из Казахстана Assylzhan SERIKBAY. Боец в золотом углу ринга. Ему 23 года. Вес его составляет 57 килограмм. Рост 169 сантиметров. Профессиональный рекорд 5 побед и ни одного поражения. Он мастер спорта Республики Таджикистан. Встречайте земляка Акмал UBAIDOV. Ответственный за происходящее в ринге Александр Хамидов.
So Alexander Kamidov of Uzbekistan just checking the equipment in this gold corner just to the left of our commentary position. So there, the tail of the tape. Akmal UBAIDOV listed as the taller boxer, though the eye test suggests there isn't such a discrepancy in height. We're underway. This is action in the 57-kilogram featherweight division. It's scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds between boxers from Tajikistan and Kazakhstan. The figure wearing black trunks trimmed with gold is Kazakhstan's Assylzhan SERIKBAY. His first outing in the longer format of professional boxing tonight, and coming off a terrific run to the gold medal podium at the multi-nations Box Sky tournament in Hungary just last month. His opponent, wearing the white trunks trimmed with gold, is Akmal UBAIDOV from right here in the Tajikistan capital of Dushanbe. He competing in his 6th professional contest, scoring with a good left hand to the body, but countered by a left hook over the top. Roundhouse right was searched for by SERIKBAY. Looking to go with a left hook to the body was SERIKBAY, and the two men content to stand toe-to-toe. Switching stances while in the pocket was UBAIDOV. Now back in the orthodox stance, digging away with a half hook, half uppercut with that left hand. Good right hand to the body beneath the left elbow of SERIKBAY from UBAIDOV. So UBAIDOV just spinning off the line as he lands a sharp left hand, and again then a right hand landed off the back foot. SERIKBAY looking to counter with a thrusting left jab to the body. Counter left hand again. as UBAIDOV switching stance once more. Now he's a port-sided boxer, leading with that right foot and right hand, making his man miss, then reaching for that left hand to the body was UBAIDOV. As the crowd pumping up the volume once again here in a bid to inspire their boxer. Oh, that's a beautiful right hand off the back foot from UBAIDOV. Just disrupted the boxing stance of SERIKBAY, and then SERIKBAY taking punches beneath his elbows around the ribcage. Minute remaining in this opening round. Good right hand landed to the body. It was a long, straight right cross, followed by 2 uppercuts while on the back foot from SERIKBAY. You see that loose-limbed athleticism from UBAIDOV, continuing to change stance in front of his man and looking to spring off that back foot and launch a counter. You see him employ the lay back and looking for the counter left hand once again, but couldn't quite find the range after making his man miss. So content to operate from off the strands. Right uppercut was a flashy shot which landed effectively from UBAIDOV. Now working out of the southpaw stance back to the space of center ring. Good round of boxing to begin this 57-kilogram featherweight contest. Nice variety being demonstrated by Akmal UBAIDOV. Showing his ability to switch hit, often while in the pocket against Assylzhan SERIKBAY. Plenty of composure during his attack. So the nice right cross to the body landed by SERIKBAY during the course of that opening round. So into the second round we go then. So onto the front foot is the man from Kazakhstan, SERIKBAY, looking to walk his opponent down, pin him near the ropes on the far side of the ring, but up on his toes and moving laterally with good effect to both left and right before being entwined in a clinch is UBAIDOV. Oh, good left hand to the body from UBAIDOV out of that southpaw stance, but looking for the right hand to the body that served him so well in the opening round, repeatedly reaching for that shot is SERIKBAY. Oh, exchange of backhands while in the pocket. SERIKBAY having the final word before digging down with 2 punches to the body. And then a good portion of the round for the man from Kazakhstan. Scoring to the body with left hooks around the ribcage of the home boxer from Tajikistan. Strong portion of the round with a minute gone being produced by Assylzhan SERIKBAY of Kazakhstan. You see him looking for that right hand to the body once again. So just pressing leather, but then altogether more accurate with that final left hook was UBAIDOV. Brisk start to the round produced by SERIKBAY. UBAIDOV perhaps in pursuit of his get back. There's a beautiful right hand lead which sends a man from Kazakhstan tottering back across the ring. And the referee intervening immediately, Alexander Kamidov, issuing a standing count. It wasn't the ropes that kept him up, because it was a right hand that sent him staggering back across the canvas of the boxing ring. And there's another right hand which checks the chin of the man from Kazakhstan. Lots of time left in this second round. Over a minute to go. And SERIKBAY not in desperate straits, but he's having his chin checked repeatedly. Good left hand to the body fired in by UBAIDOV. And looking to protect that chin now, but then coming underneath with good intelligence and wonderful variety is UBAIDOV. And a roundhouse right causes SERIKBAY to totter. And then again, the left hand to the body will look to drain his energy tank. SERIKBAY will be keen to make it back to the sanctuary of his black corner. He's got 30 seconds to survive. Nice left uppercut fight in by UBAIDOV. He'll be mindful of the fact that he won't want to punch himself out, but he's continually checking the chin of the man from Kazakhstan. Left hand to the body was low, no complaint from SERIKBAY. And SERIKBAY, with 10 seconds remaining in this round, looks as though he's going to make it back to the sanctuary of his black corner. But what a brilliant round of boxing produced by Akmal UBAIDOV. And I'm not sure that the legs of the man from Kazakhstan have recovered. It's a long, slow walk back to that black corner by Assylzhan SERIKBAY. Akmal UBAIDOV with a terrific single shot while near the ropes, sending his opponent tottering backwards across the ring. And I'm not sure that he ever regained full control of his legs for the remainder of that round. So not concerned in that black corner, but they'll be assessing the condition of their boxer. So we take another look at the right hand off the ropes. There it was, beautifully disguised, and look at how it just completely discombobulated. Assylzhan SERIKBAY losing control of his coordination momentarily. Has the 60-second interval been long enough for the energy levels and coordination of SERIKBAY to recover? Akmal UBAIDOV made his professional debut in February of 2021 in Russia and has since won all of his contests to that point. Been in contests that have been scheduled for as far as 8 rounds, but is yet to go beyond the 6-round distance, taking his opponent out in his 4th contest. In the 6th round of an 8-round contest in contest number 4. So SERIKBAY, aware of the fact that he conceded a 10-8 round on the cards, with another roundhouse right, just caused his legs to stiffen. And in between his high-held gloves, accurate punches are being snaked by Akmal UBAIDOV. They're a good left hand to the body, just to keep SERIKBAY honest. And so he can't just put on the earmuffs and protect his head, because good shot selection is being demonstrated by UBAIDOV. SERIKBAY comes forward, scores with that straight right cross to the body once again. Nice movement around his target from Akmal UBAIDOV. And again, SERIKBAY seemed to be intent on walking his man down to begin this 3rd round. There he scores with a right hand to the body once again. But remember, it was in that type of position, with SERIKBAY being the aggressor, where he was countered by a sneaky right hand when UBAIDOV catapulted himself off the ropes and landed on the point of the man from Kazakhstan's chin. So just under 50 seconds remaining in this round. And again, it's the mouthpiece dislodged. Looked like a chopping right hand, perhaps in time with the exhalation from UBAIDOV. Now you see the referee, Mr. Alexander Kamidov, telling UBAIDOV in no uncertain terms that that is 1 time, because you see he's breathing through an open mouth here now. And veteran boxers sometimes use that as a tactic to buy themselves more time. Spit the mouthpiece out, has to be retrieved by the referee, taken back to the corner, rinsed and reinserted. And you saw when he went back to his corner that UBAIDOV just draped both hands over the top rope to take in big gulps of oxygen into his lungs. Put an awful lot into the closing stages of round number 2 after producing that 8 count with that stunning right hand. And there he has his chin checked by a right hand from SERIKBAY on the front foot. Responds with a good left hand to the body, but SERIKBAY digging away upstairs. And what a turnaround that is proving to be, because at the end of round number 2, It was SERIKBAY who cut a weary figure as it was a slow walk back to his black corner. But in the final third of round number 3, it was Akmal UBAIDOV who appeared to be feeling the pace. Mouthpiece was dislodged, and all of a sudden he slowed considerably. In the closing stages of that third round. So now the question is, how effectively will the energy levels of Akmal UBAIDOV recover during this 60-second interval? Because his energy levels appear to be depleted rather alarmingly in the closing stages of round number 3. So 3 rounds completed, a potential 3 rounds to go, and on from our commentary position here ringside, Akmal UBAIDOV takes a right hand which sends a shower of spray flying over the top rope here, moving with quick twitch defensive maneuvers once again, but he takes another right hand around the corner, trying to fight his way out of the corner. It looks as though he's taking some of the pop off his punches and he's giving SERIKBAY volume. Southpaw stance once again, beautiful left uppercut, right hook, same combination tried once more out of that port-sided stance by UBAIDOV. Just being pinned to his own corner, SERIKBAY tucking up tightly, takes a left hand to the body. But Mr. Alexander Kamidov saying that it was a low blow, that bolo backhand. Well, he's cutting a dynamic figure through this portion of the round with just over a minute gone is Akmal UBAIDOV. But again, this is the manner in which he started round number 3, and again he is breathing through a mouth that is wide open as he's bobbing and weaving and darting around the ring in athletic fashion. Can he keep this type of movement and punch output going? Because continuing his grim advance is Assylzhan SERIKBAY, and it was in the final minute of the third round that he enjoyed significant success. Flashy right uppercut tried while out of the orthodox stance from UBAIDOV. UBAIDOV just stealing a glance to his corner. He'll be aware that we're beyond the halfway stage. Oh, that's a beautifully picked southpaw left to the body. Looking for a left uppercut once again was UBAIDOV. And UBAIDOV, well, if he is feeling the fatigue, he's certainly masking and indeed managing it well. All fighters will go through portions of this in a contest unless you're flowing so freely and are in such control as he fires in another left hand to the body out of the southpaw stance. Now he's back in the orthodox stance, is UBAIDOV. And he's found enough potent punches to keep SERIKBAY honest and often at bay. Able to dodge and dart while his back's pinned to the ropes. Couldn't evade that right hand that came in from SERIKBAY. Action at center ring. And again, you just see on that backward movement that he's doing a terrific job managing his fatigue and fighting through it is Akmal UBAIDOV. And he looks to have timed this run to perfection, because in the closing stages, SERIKBAY was looking to get on top. Here he lands a good right hand, but just prior to that, as the two men exchange punches after the bell, a terrific round of boxing through considerable fatigue produced by Akmal UBAIDOV. Assylzhan SERIKBAY unable to capitalize on the strong conclusion to round 3 that he produced, because responding magnificently is Akmal UBAIDOV of Tajikistan. And again, for home boxers, that home support is often a real elixir, encouraging them, inspiring them to summon up energy and fight through any fatigue or physical discomfort that they may be feeling. That certainly appeared to be the case in round number 4, because he was able to produce eye-catching punches such as that. Akmal UBAIDOV despite being a boxer who appeared to be feeling the pace. So after that exchange of punches after the bell, Mr. Alexander Kamidov of Uzbekistan just reminding the boxers that they are to heed his instructions before calling time in to begin the penultimate round. We're into the 5th round of a featherweight contest scheduled for 6. Both men looking to go body hunting now through this portion of the stanza. Terrific hand speed being demonstrated by Akmal UBAIDOV as the legs tangled considerably. Had to pick his foot up off the canvas, did UBAIDOV, but then terrific punch picking with that backhand. Uppercuts to both body and head, then turning it into a hook once again. And what a portion of the round, bobbing and weaving in the pocket while continuing to pierce the defenses of the man from Kazakhstan. Terrific work from Akmal UBAIDOV through that portion of this 5th round as we go past the minute mark. And again, look at the manner in which he's breathing through a mouth that is wide open. But such is the muscle memory, such is the fighting instinct born of years of practice and training in the gym that he's able to produce a volley such as that. And there's a mouthpiece dislodged once again. Now, this is the 2nd time that the mouthpiece has come out. Keep an eye on the referee, Alexander Kamidov, because after the mouthpiece is rinsed and reinserted, there you see UBAIDOV taking up that same posture once again. Now watch this, 2nd time. If the mouthpiece is dislodged again, then a point will be deducted from the scorecard of Akmal UBAIDOV, which will negate the 10-8 round that he was able to produce in round number 2, when he produced an 8 count courtesy of a sweetly timed right hand when fighting out of his own corner. So again, all of the experience of UBAIDOV being put to the test here now, because when he went through the gears with that southpaw left hand in the presence of Roy Jones Jr., well, that appeared to take a considerable amount out of his energy tank. And SERIKBAY sensing that coming forwards, but still able to produce quality such as that left hand to the body is UBAIDOV, pinned on the ropes once again and breathing through an open mouth while trying to bob and weave away from these punches. That increases the likelihood of the mouthpiece being dislodged. As UBAIDOV giving his man volume once again, just pressing leather with arm punches during this portion of the round. You can see he's having difficulty maintaining his boxing stance. So up on his toes, on his bike, dancing away from the advancing man from Kazakhstan. Nothing on the punches through this portion of the round from UBAIDOV. But he's managing to keep his man at bay. Southpaw left before spinning off the line to the space of center ring as a left hand gets, that was from UBAIDOV, but then a left hand came through from SERIKBAY. And once again, a terrific job of fighting through the fatigue that is blanketing him in the closing stages of that round. Akmal UBAIDOV making it back to his corner. Assylzhan, SERIKBAY continue to press, but the good portion of the round produced by Akmal UBAIDOV, particularly with his left hand at center ring, where he was digging away with uppercuts to the solar plexus, then the sternum, then turned it into a hook around the corner. That seemed to tax his energy level considerably. And this is the portion of the round that I was just referring to. But then after that, SERIKBAY got onto the front foot, drove his man backwards and caused the mouthpiece to be dislodged for the 2nd time in the contest. And remember, Assylzhan SERIKBAY fighting for longer than 3 rounds for the first time tonight, and he's acquitting himself very well indeed. So into the final round we go in this 57 kilogram featherweight contest between boxers from Tajikistan and Kazakhstan. It has been a pulsating affair thus far. The flashy, variety, switch hitting, eye-catching punches being produced by the man in the white trimmed with gold, but steady and stoic and determined is SERIKBAY. But it could be flash getting the better of his fundamentals, because what he makes a point of doing, Akmal UBAIDOV, is putting together a fusillade of punches such as we've just witnessed here. Eye-catching work, where he produces blistering hand speed, very little on the punches, but they're so accurate that they're able to get through the defenses. Now, if the pattern of previous rounds repeats itself, there will be a drop-off in punch output and an increase in the distance from UBAIDOV, and SERIKBAY will look to continue to walk his man down and take advantage of him while he takes a breather after the burst of activity, just as he did there with that right hand, which checked the chin of the man from Tajikistan. Terrific work once again from SERIKBAY. So UBAIDOV, spoken to about keeping his head up. There he goes through the motions, just pressing leather once more. Looking to keep SERIKBAY at bay, but SERIKBAY continuing to press. Dancing his way out of his own corner is UBAIDOV. But on him again, draping all over his man, is SERIKBAY, not giving UBAIDOV any respite, and UBAIDOV looking to hold on the blind side of the ref. Got his hands free to score with a nice left hand to the solar plexus of SERIKBAY. And the mouthpiece has come out once again. So this is something that we have been referring to throughout the contest. The burst of activity, then the drop off in pace, and now, just as has happened on two previous occasions, the mouthpiece dislodged. And look at the posture of UBAIDOV. So a point deduction because the mouthpiece dislodged on 3 separate occasions, and that often a sign of a fatiguing fighter looking to buy themselves time. So he's got real problems here as UBAIDOV. He's got a minute to negotiate, and again his fighting spirit comes to the fore as he catapults off the ropes, plants his feet into the canvas and accommodates SERIKBAY in a torrid exchange. Terrific heart being demonstrated by Akmal UBAIDOV, and he is going to need every ounce of support that these home fans can muster here, because SERIKBAY is continuing to press and take advantage from a man whose gas tank is depleting at an alarmingly rapid rate right before our very eyes here. The mouth wide open as he bids to take in every gulp of oxygen possible while trying to fight off a ferociously determined opponent. 10-second clapper has sounded, closing stages of the 6th and final round, and summoning up energy once again to let his hands go with greater volume is Akmal UBAIDOV. A terrifically spirited performance produced by both boxers, an incident-filled affair. Well, Akmal UBAIDOV produced a standing count in the 2nd round with a sweetly timed right hand as he catapulted himself off the ropes to catch Assylzhan SERIKBAY, sending him tottering backwards across the ring. But then in the 6th and final round, a point deduction taken away from Akmal UBAIDOV because his mouthpiece was dislodged for a 3rd time. Remember, it's the 10-point must system, so one boxer must score 10. A very close and competitive 2nd round. The volume, perhaps of Akmal UBAIDOV enough to take that final round, and it being seen as it is the 10-point must system, and he were to win the round hypothetically, his scorecard would read 10, because one boxer must score 10, -1. But did SERIKBAY do enough to take that final round? Overall, I think that Akmal UBAIDOV has done enough to take it, but an incredibly competitive affair, torrid 2-way action produced by both boxers. The flashy volume and variety, switch hitting skills demonstrated by Akmal UBAIDOV, but grim determination consistently demonstrated by Assylzhan SERIKBAY. The two styles gelling beautifully to produce a really engaging encounter. I happen to think the man from Tajikistan has done enough to have his hand raised as the victor, but what say the judges?
А также золотой медалист Олимпийских игр в Рио-де-Жанейро 2016 года TJK. 1 минута 30 секунд. 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 1 Дамы и господа, мы готовы объявить победителя этого поединка. Итак, раздельным решением судей победу в этом бою одерживает боец из
So Akmal UBAIDOV declared a points decision victor over Assylzhan SERIKBAY at the conclusion of 6 pulsating incident-filled rounds here. But my goodness, didn't he demonstrate a champion's fighting heart, because he appeared to be feeling the pace considerably from around round number 3. But he was composed enough, had enough experience under his belt to mask the fatigue on occasion, to fight through it frequently. And even though he spat the mouthpiece on 3 occasions, resulting in a points deduction, the switch hitting skills of Akmal UBAIDOV enabling him to extend his perfect record. It now stands at 6 fights undefeated. First time he has heard the final bell, first time he has been taking the distance, and that is testament to the toughness of Assylzhan SERIKBAY of Kazakhstan, who in his professional debut tonight, in his first contest, longer than 3 3-minute rounds, able to fight through the 8 count that he received in the second round and have considerable moments of success of his own. But overall, the greater success enjoyed by Akmal UBAIDOV, and that is how he has been able to extend his perfect record. And there was the moment of confirmation. Absolute delight for the home boxer.